Okay, hey everybody. So this is going to be a really quick video, just kind of the intro of grad school, kind of some of the top tips and tricks, mostly just tips that I would suggest to each and every single one of you as you're coming into school, or if you're already here, just to kind of sit down and refocus on. So first and foremost, biggest tip I can give you guys is keep up with all of your schoolwork. It's going to come quick, it's going to come heavy. It's going to be very different from undergrad because you go from taking anywhere from 12 to 18 credits, 20 maximum, to 25 to 28, 29 credits a trimester. So the amount of work quickly gets to you. So make sure that you do not make sure that you keep up with all of it. Kind of along those same lines, in order to keep up with it, staying organized is a very, very big key to being successful in grad school. You can do this a couple of different ways. You can do a planner, a physical paper copy. You can do something like a spreadsheet. I like to use a spreadsheet. This is an example here of something that this is what I do. I've done this since try one, slowly making it better and better each try. Where I have a setup sheet, and I have each of my classes, and then I'll have all these. I can show you the end of the week. So I'll have the PowerPoint, any assignments that are due that week, as well as the dates that they're due, the individual videos that I need to watch or review, and include the amount of time that those are going to take me as well, etc., 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 all through all of this. And it gives me eventually my total amount of time. And I will further break this down over in this column, what to do each day of the week, kind of breaking down at the beginning of the week, just to sort of see how much time I need to spend on everything. Also include in here review material, so reviewing for the final exam, exactly what it is that I need to review, and dates to review that for each of the individual classes. Highly recommend something like that. Do what works for you. Next is learn how you personally need to study and learn. This is something that I think with COVID, a lot of people have really sort of lost this aspect, or some people have really gained this ability really, really well. There is a book called Make It Stick. I have a PDF version of it. I'm going to try and upload that into all of my Google Drives and stuff for the notes that I do offer, and highly recommend this as a really, really good read. You can kind of go through the first couple of chapters. I know that this is also available as an audiobook. I think even on YouTube you can go in and type it in and find it as an audiobook. Make It Stick, Peter C. Brown, Henry and Mark. Definitely one that really, really has helped me understand the learning process and how to learn better and really retain information, which is what we want. A lot of what we're going to be doing, because this program is so hybrid at this point, there's a lot of things that you're going to have to be able to piece together yourself. The teachers do their absolute best job that they can to be there for us and offer all of the support that they can. And this is where we really need to step up to truly master the material. Next, big piece of advice is I recommend each of you try to meet one-on-one with each of your teachers and develop a relationship with them individually. It's very, very easy to fall into a trap of, oh, this teacher is terrible for X, Y, and Z, before we actually get to know the teacher themselves or get to know their class structure or how everything is put together. I want us to avoid that as much as we possibly can, Do not listen to people from upper tries if they tell you that a teacher is horrible or doesn't care, yada, yada, yada. That's not true. Every single one of these people, every single one of these teachers are here because they do care about us and they do care about our education. They could be making a lot more money, doing a lot of other things, because each of them are clinicians. So they don't have as much of a reason to stay here if they really, really didn't like us. So meet one-on-one with those teachers, develop that relationship, and all of the time after quizzes, if you feel like you did really poorly on them, or exams you did poorly on them, especially the first chunk of material, go meet with the teachers, talk to them, understand what it is that you're maybe mixing up or where your wires are getting crossed, and have them help you uncross a little bit and get on that straight path of how to prep for that class and how to do well in that course material. They do a fantastic job of helping the students, of helping every single one of us. A little bit of outside of school, a little more personal. If you have a significant other or even best friend or somebody that you currently spend a lot of time with, it is imperative that you communicate very clearly and also very often. I'm talking daily, multiple times a day if possible. Communicate with them to make sure that both of your needs are being met. Grad school takes a lot of time. There's a lot of stress, a lot of high emotions. And if these are not communicated from the beginning with that significant other, it can lead to even more stress and confusion and other things down the road that we really, really want to try and avoid. Parker does offer counseling, especially for students and for individuals. If you find yourself having difficulty communicating with your significant other, friend, or your relationships outside of school are suffering because of being in grad school, don't wait to reach out and figure out how to properly communicate with those people, because we want to continue to build that support system. We don't want to lose that support system. Next, understand that grad school is a big adjustment and it requires a lot of time to really fit in. In every single trimester that we start again is going to require time to figure out your schedule, figure out your classes, figure out the groove, how things run. It gets a little bit easier each try, but it's still, you're hitting the ground at a full sprint every single time. And that's why I say do not bite off more than you can chew. I've seen a lot of people who start running into some financial issues, and so then they start picking up 20, 30, 40 hours of work a week, and then because they do that, they no longer can manage classes, and then they end up either having to drop classes or having to repeat trimesters. A lot of this will continue all the way back of managing your time, being organized, all of that. But I would just say, if you can avoid working, if you can avoid doing a ton of extracurriculars, because we still want extracurriculars, we still want personal growth, we still want that development, but if you can avoid some of those things, that's just a big thing off of your plate. Another thing, going in, Parker is an accelerated program. A majority of schools is about a 4-year program or a 3-year, 8 to 10-month program. Parker is 3 years and 4 months, so it does go at a little bit of a faster pace. If you are somebody who you need to be working during the entire time, or you already have a family, or you're looking to start a family or anything like that, looking at an adjusted schedule, there are other scheduling options. You can always talk to Dr. Newell, I believe that's how you spell his name, Dr. Newell, about that. Especially after the first trimester of school, if you're really feeling like you're just drowning in the material and you can't really learn any of it, it might be a good idea to talk to him about doing an adjusted schedule, taking on a little bit of a lighter load, while still progressing through the program at the best rate for you. That's why all of the people in the administration, everybody's there to support you and to help you and make sure that you can get through this program being the best you that you possibly can be. Another part of that, I kind of skipped this middle one, knowing your why. Why are you here? Why are you doing chiropractic? Why do you want to become a chiropractor? You'll talk a lot about this, or you've already talked about this a lot in Tri 1. You'll talk about this every single trimester. FOC is a big class. You'll talk about this. And knowing your why you're here, why you really want to, why you want to do this as your career, as your profession for the rest of your life, is going to be your driving force through this program. On those days when you are studying and you are exhausted and you just want to be done and throw in the towel and give up, your why is what needs to push you through to allow you to continue and get through those hard times so that you can enjoy those are great times, that first adjustment that you give that finally just clicks. That first person that you're able to truly help get them out of pain. They've been in pain for so long. Anything like that. Just knowing that why, take some time and really think about that, because that will help you in your darkest hours. Finally, be open to change and embrace bettering yourself. During this process, you're going to get torn down a little bit, as we all do, and it's a completely normal part of the process. We're doing something that is extremely challenging and something that we've never done before. So there's going to be there's going to be growing pains. There's going to be some growth, and there's going to be maybe a little bit of difficulty with mixing with that. Be open to that change. Be open-minded in everything. If one person tells you something, don't just close your mind and say, okay, that's the idea and that's it. Give yourself the time and the opportunity to form those ideas yourself and to understand and figure out what is best for you and how you can truly become the best you that you want to be. These are a couple of those my big tips that I wanted to recommend to all of you, and I wish you all the best of luck.